The Tory party are preparing for another internal election. Within the next couple of weeks, they're going to be electing the committee that runs the MPs in Parliament. Yes, it's that time of the year again. The 1922 committee elections are here. Once again, we're going to have a bit of a clash, especially now that the Tories are going through this turmoil and period of chaos. You're going to have a mixture of pro-Liz Truss candidates, anti-Liz Truss candidates, and speaking of which, what we found out was there were a lot of talks towards the end of Boris Johnson's leadership of 1922 election coming. New leadership comes in, changing the rules of the leadership elections. There were a lot of rumors again, even now, because there's a 12-month grace period when it comes to Liz Truss as the new leader and prime minister. There were gossip about the new team coming in and the new candidates changing the rules in the 1922 committee, because the committee is responsible for the leadership elections. That's not really guaranteed, that radical ideas. But speaking of the anti-Liz Truss candidates, there was a bit of an indication. Again, nothing completely guaranteed, but there is a Mr. Michael Gove inside the Tory party, the king of chaos, stirring the pot. Guido was at the Tory conference in Birmingham, and he said on Saturday night, in outside the Hyatt bar in the conference area, bumped into Michael Gove before he went on a massive attack on the 45p tax rate cut that Liz Truss did. When Guido asked Michael Gove what his conference plans were, before he had the attack, Michael Gove said that A, he was planning on not making any headlines, and B, preparing his 1922 election platform. Then he kind of panicked and he basically said, oh, by the way, that's a joke. Then, as Guido says, given that the first point has already been proven to be untrue, can we really rule out the second point? Oh yeah, I'm just joking. Yeah, what I told you, it's off the record. Again, nothing's guaranteed, but that is an interesting point, because the first point, he said, I'm not going to make any headlines. And 10 minutes later, he went on ranting to Laura Kuenssberg at the BBC. Give a gossip and the attack on his own government. So that's Michael Gove. We can't really trust him anyway. But that's one issue. There is this fascinating concept, because the 1922 committee has a lot of power. It's basically like a trade union for the Tory backbench MPs. And one of the candidates is actually David Morris, the Member of Parliament for the Conservative Party. He's coming out to say that I feel it is as important now than ever that we have a steady crew and a hand on the rudder of our ship to enable our captain, Chairman Sir Graham Brady, to navigate the Conservative Parliamentary Party through the perceived storms ahead. He wants to stand as the vice chairman of the 1922 committee. So he doesn't want Sir Graham Brady's job in that sense. But there are going to be a mixture of, and some people in the country were like, well, should we actually care about what's going on? Well, no, not in terms of the internal parts of the Tory party in that sense, not to be obsessed with like a nerd to find out the details, but the consequences will affect the government, and the consequences of government will affect the country. It's always good to stay informed. That's all. That's the whole point of this video. It's just about staying informed just in case. Because whether we like it or not, the Westminster bubble that's very out of touch with the rest of society still has a direct impact and influence on us, society. So we have to be, we have to be on the ball when it comes to what's going on inside Parliament and in the Westminster bubble anyway. But just thought I'd give you guys this quick update about what's going on with the Tories, because we've been talking about the Labour Party a lot these days. Let's talk about Tories as well. Thanks again guys for watching. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Maya TC, and we are the media.